cherish all the time you spend, you tuned into. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned into. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K-Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, listeners, have y'all ever heard a guy say, "I'm a real man"? In addition, have you ever heard a woman say, "I need a real man"? Well, rhetorically speaking, what does a real man look like? What are the traits of a real man? Is it different according to race? Meaning, is a real black man different from a real white man? Is a real white man different from a real Hispanic man? Or is a real Hispanic man different from a real Asian man? And so on. Well, society has given us an image and some traits of a real man, whether it's in movies, magazines, or in music. Now, in all three sources, music, magazines, and movies, they associate a real man with having one, if not all three, of the following: muscles, money, and women. A man with muscles is a sign of toughness. Now let that sink in. A man with money is a sign of financial stability. Now y'all let that sink in. And a man with women is a sign that he is desired. He's desirable to all of the women. Now let that sink in. But what if the image that society has given us is a lie? What if our society has misled us when it comes to a real man? See, the problem is that people are looking for real men according to society standards, and those standards change on a daily basis. So with that being said, fellas, in my opinion, there are several things that makes up the trait of a real man. However, before I share my opinion, I want to know you guys' thoughts. What are the traits of a real man, and what does that look like?
I think, standing on business, saying what you mean, meaning what you say.
That's what I would say, because being a real man, you got to be about what you say, man. All you have, we heard Scarface say,
word is your bond.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word.
A man of your word is basically that's a real man, just being a man of your word.
So
and
now
standing on business.
All three of y'all saying the same thing.
You got to do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, K-Money jumped it off. But is there more?
Yeah, that's more.
Oh, it's that. Yeah, that's
give
the
me
bottom
some.
line.
Okay, so in my book, I would say God-fearing, man of your word, protector, and provider. That's simple.
Yeah, I want to say that too. A man that does what he's supposed to do to take care of his household, that's a man. In one form of, I guess, what society wants to show, the fact that a man takes care of his household, that's a man. Again, I still have to say you have to be of your word, man. If you can't do what you say you're gonna do, nobody gonna trust you. And now, you less than a man because you lied to somebody. What else? society got it all bad, man, to where you think, you know, a man got to have a certain type of car or something. That's not it. It don't matter what you drive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't think it's based on material shit.
You know?
Material stuff. If I was, this is a Women Wednesday. Society, it makes women think, oh, this man needs to be over 6 feet. He needs to be making six figures.
Yeah, that doesn't make him a man.
Yeah, it doesn't make him a man.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, social media portrays him to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have long dreads and just all kinds of stupid stuff. And when it comes to the women's side, it just comes, not only you could be a protector and provider, but then when it comes to the woman, the looks come into play. You got to look a certain way.
Yeah.
You know.
And you got to have a certain amount of money.
So
with
you
women.
saying that like you gotta? I get it. You gotta look a certain way. Now here's why I'm asking all of this, and I'm make this all make sense, right? At the beginning, I asked, you know, I asked the listeners, have y'all ever heard a guy say, "I'm a real man"?
Yeah.
But then, if you would ask that guy, what does that mean? Because if somebody asks me, Freddie G, are you a real man? I'll be like, hell yeah. And here's why. Bam, 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 bam. And I keep going. But but a real man don't have to say that he's a real
It's
man.
already
Right.
understood.
So I've heard guys say, I'm a real man. And usually, when I've heard guys say this, it's usually in confrontation.
Yeah.
It is.
Because they bullshit each other.
And it's usually when one guy is more massive than the other guy, and he's bigger, and he has muscles, and he's a little stronger, and that guy is trying to intimidate
Right.
by saying, you dealing with a real man.
Yeah.
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 I like it.
And so I see that there are men, well, I hear it and I see it, that there are a lot of guys walking around here thinking that they're real men, but if you actually ask them,
They don't know what
is
makes them
that?
a real man. They
what
don't even
makes
know.
you a real, what is that?
They don't know.
Now, on top of that, I hear women say, I need a real man. Now, women may have dealt with guys who wasn't up to speed or up to par of what they were looking for. And so they may have considered that person not being a real man. But I hear a lot of women say, I'm looking for a real man, I need a real man. But if you ask that woman
Does she know what
that real man is, she's going to give you her definition.
Yeah.
To her standard.
She's going to give her definition to her
what she
standard.
think a real man is.
But what's sad about it is that a woman can give you her definition and her standard, but it's difficult for a man to tell you what a real man is. Why would it be difficult for a man to tell you that and you stand in the shoes of a man?
Well, because he's
Versus
trying.
a woman, she's able to tell you what she think a real man is.
Because the man is trying to make sure that he's the right man that she wants. And that's the problem. Don't worry about what she, if you're a real man, regardless, it's going to stand out, because her expectations of a real man can be completely different than what a real man really is. And that's because they've been confused by society of what a real man, they think a real man should be.
Exactly.
Has nothing to do with how much money in your pocket. It has nothing to do with, of course, like I said earlier, the car you drive. It's all about the way you handle your business. If you doing what you saying you're gonna do, because that's all you got is your word as a man. You know what I'm saying? So that comes first. You're gonna have to do what you say you're gonna do, and you can't mislead people. You gotta you gotta be able to communicate well with people. That's what a real man is. You know, certain things that cause confrontation, a real man has to de-escalate situations. A real man not gonna take the situation and escalate it. Freddie G, like you said, the big guy trying to punk the little guy. Well, hey, the little guy just needs to just walk off, because this ain't
and the little guy could actually be
a real man. Right. And what makes him a real man is to not stand there and talk shit to the big man and get his ass whooped. The biggest thing for him to do is to walk off. be a man that ain't fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna fuck you up, you know?
There's a lot of women out there, man, that have had real men, but they've dismissed them because they didn't feel that they were real men.
They didn't know what they had.
So what you're saying is that there's a lot of women that have, and correct me if I'm wrong, what you're saying is that there are a lot of women who have had real men, but they couldn't recognize
Right.
that they did, that
That's
they
a good
had
way
a
to say
real
it.
man.
They didn't know.
And the reason why they couldn't recognize that they had a real man because it didn't fit the standard that they had in their
They
mind.
had, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the thing is, most of the time with most women, the man that they want, it only exists in their head.
Yeah, superficial.
Yeah, so they want a man that's over 6 feet, making six
Yeah.
figures
Boy,
with
you
a
stuck on that
yeah,
shit.
I'm serious.
You got short man complex.
See, no, I ain't got a sharp playing company. I'm just saying. I mean, you hear it all the time. You gotta make 6 figures, 6 feet. You gotta have a 17-inch dick. You got
17.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Couldn't say 12.
I'm just saying.
This nigga said
They want it all. It doesn't exist. I don't want him to cheat. Nigga was up there. He can't cheat. You know, other woman. I gotta be the only woman he think about. It's in their head. So if you're not meeting one of them criterias, oh, he not a real man.
Because women have too much of an expectation that they think a man should be. And they have the slightest idea of what a man is, truly. Because not one of them times did the woman say, I want my man to love me.
Right.
Where the fuck is that at?
'Cause it's all
that's
about-
what a real man's gonna do. If you know you got a real man, you ain't gotta ask him for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So women don't have a clue of what a real man is. So I wish they would stop. I see them all the time. Oh, you gotta be able to do this. If you can't do this for me, well, guess what, lady? If you can't do it for yourself, I don't need to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get back away from what society depicts as what a man should be, or what. Then stop listening to what everybody think a man should be.
Shit, that's gonna be hard to do.
It's gonna be hard.
So now y'all heard me earlier and Slash, you own it. You own it when you say society, because I mentioned earlier the problem is that we're looking at society and they're dictating.
Right.
Society is dictating what a real man should be. What a real man should be. So society, what's a part of society?
Is us.
Yeah, that. but check this out. Movies.
Yeah.
Think about
Yeah.
certain movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna show a guy. He gonna take his shirt off.
Yeah.
He gonna be buff.
Yeah.
He gonna be working in the.
0%
He gonna be
body
working
fat.
in the yard,
Yeah.
sweating, glistening, and all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
With some tight ass pants.
Yeah. So and check this out. Or in music.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some R&B songs. I'm
Yeah.
gonna love you all night long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you roses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my jacket over a puddle so you can walk over it and
drop
all
some
that
rose
stuff.
petals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that is a part of society that's creating what this quote unquote real man
Exactly.
should be.
Man. That's why it's tough.
And so, but the thing is, what's happening is that women are looking for the real man that society has created, but it's changing every day.
Yeah.
And so you're never going to meet the mark because the mark is constantly moving.
And here, I just want to add this. And for you ladies that's listening, let me just say this in a nice way. So a lot of what y'all expected in a man, you know, the money, the looks, the height, whatever it is, you know, the cars, whatever. But have y'all really just sat and asked yourself, does this man want you? Do you have the right qualities for that man that you created in your mind?
Are they even ready for a real man?
Are you even ready for that? They're not even thinking that what you may not meet this man criteria. What do you do that's gonna make this man want you?
I've seen women that have 2 and 3 kids say they want their man with no kids.
Why?
But you want him to bring his 6-figure salary to your kids that he didn't create.
Man, that's a fantasy.
I be trying to figure that out. Like, you want this man to bring all his money home to you, to some kids he didn't create,
That's a fantasy, man.
and then not cheat.
So here's the thing. These women, and for right now, we're talking about women because I'm going to shift a little bit to men. But these women have created this real man in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
I say that society, let me ask y'all, do we all agree that society plays the major part
Oh, of course.
Yes.
of
yeah.
what
No
the
doubt.
image and traits of a real man?
I would say society plays a part, but I think per woman they add additional things
to it.
So it's half and half. I would say half and half because they'll be like, okay, oh, they said as long as he make this amount of money and he got this, okay. But then at the same time, like let's use chili for example. My man, he has to be a vegan.
Hold on.
Chili is from TLC.
Okay.
All right. He has to be. She doesn't eat meat at all. Vegetarian. He gotta eat like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You add that. What man gonna not eat meat? I mean, I'm just saying
Well, you
it's
got
some out there. It's some out there.
I get it.
But you're adding.
So in
things.
other words, you gave the example of Chili from the singer from TLC.
Yeah.
Hey, you could have a man that meet all of these criteria of a real man,
But
she's adding on he can't eat meat.
See what I'm saying? So you're adding different.
So you think it's 50-50? It's women adding on more stuff in
and
addition to-
society. I
Okay.
think it's a.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The standards.
The
They have too
standards.
many standards.
They add their own twist to it.
Yeah.
And say, okay, let me add this to it. He got to do this
Yeah.
also.
That's what makes it so horrible, man, out here, especially if you in the dating world, because 99% of these women are looking for that one man that society has created, and he don't even exist.
It's in their head. Always. They
So-
create it in their head.
So when you have, let's talk about the guy that's not in a relationship, that's content with not being in a relationship, and he doesn't have any kids, and so he doesn't have the responsibility of taking care of a family, kids, and he doesn't have that responsibility. He works a job, he has his own place, and he can take care of his basic needs. Would you say that that's all that it takes for a guy to be a real man?
No, that don't make him a man either.
That don't make, yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
That just means that he's taking care of his business to take care of himself.
Okay.
Being a man means when you face adversities and all
Okay.
kind of different stuff that comes, being a man is the one that stands up to that and finds a way through these different adversities and other stuff that society throws at him. That's what makes you a man. You know, there's a lot of people out here live on their own, take care of themselves at the age of 18 years old. You know, now whether or not he's a man has nothing to do with, okay, age plays a certain part in it as from teenagers, but 18 is a man, so society says. That's what society said, but he can take care of himself, but then at the same time, he don't know how to take care of a child. You know what I'm saying? That's not a man. A man knows how to do what a man's supposed to do. Anything that this world has to offer, a real man is gonna at least know somewhat, some part about how to, you know, either obtain that or knows a way to get
Yeah, you gonna figure it out.
figured out.
Figure it out.
You know what I mean? Basically.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that slash about the kids. If you don't take care of your kids, you can't call
Yeah, you can't call yourself a
I
man.
agree
You
with
can't.
that.
Yeah, you're a
cannot.
real man. Take care of his
You gonna
kids.
take
Well,
this.
yeah, but in that case that I just described,
He was
that
single.
dude doesn't have any kids.
Yeah.
You just said
Single.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything that you guys said, I feel that 100% agreement. I just wanted to know you guys' thought. There are many elements, many things, in my opinion, that makes up a real man.
Yeah.
There are many different things, right? So you just can't hold one standard, which sometimes women have. Okay, he need to have 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and that's a real man.
Yeah. Now it's
To
more
them.
to
It's,
it.
yeah, to them.
Yeah.
But there are a whole bunch more elements, and
Right.
when you're dealing with other guys, with a male encountering another male, some of those guys think that he can fight. He a real one.
Yeah, no.
He a real man.
Yeah, make you a real man.
Or he ain't no snitch. He a real
He a
man.
real man. That's a
Or-
real G.
Yeah, he a real G. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So
I like
so,
the McDonald's dude. They were, I'm a real nigga. Remember that video?
You understand? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, so sometimes we got it twisted,
Right.
especially when male ego come into play.
Oh yeah, all the time.
And there are some guys look at these other will look at a guy that may not be confrontational and considered him a wimp or friendly
Right.
just because he is courteous.
Right.
Just because he's excuse me or how you doing.
That's one of the things of a real man to say and notice. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you doing? Speaking to people. I mean, these are real things.
It's common courtesy.
It's common courtesy.
Makes-
And not only that, most of the time, you know, especially when it comes to guys from the hood and you being courteous to them. Hey, good morning. Hey, how you doing, man? Excuse me, bro. I didn't mean to run into you. I'm doing that to be respectful, just in case you decide to get out of line. And I'm gonna show you
Right.
where I'm from. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to,
I
but
wanna
that's the
keep
purpose of being courteous.
Right. I don't want to go there.
Right.
So my thing is I'm going to be very courteous. I'm going to be very kind.
Right.
I'm going to be, but don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a trait of a real man. Man, I don't want no beef, but
Right.
bro, I will put these balls on.
Yeah, because you're not trying to be confrontational.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a real man being confrontational doesn't. I mean, being
That's not
confrontational.
proven.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not. You're not proving anything by being
Confrontation,
Yeah,
exactly. So you try to keep it. You try to keep it a being man. Look, hey man, hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
My bad. I ain't mean to bump into you. I apologize. You know, then yo, whole head. Okay.
And see,
Now I got
society got it misconstrued to where
Yeah.
you look at a certain thing, and this is kind of along what we talk about. You look at a certain thing of a man, and you think, oh yeah, that's a real man. Society screwed all of that up, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Through movies, music, and everything else, man. Some of the things that we think, you know, I mean, the way we was raised back in the day, in the 90s, you wasn't no real nigga if you wasn't jamming Screw.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we thought.
That's what we thought.
We thought that if you didn't listen to Screw, man, you ain't real.
Man, you know how much I got charged? Because I ain't know nothing about Screw when I got out the military. I got charged up about that when I came back to the
Yeah,
hood.
'cause you had to
they
know
want
what
to fight
Screw was.
because I wasn't jamming
Now,
Screw.
and I'll say this. Jamming Screw didn't make you no man either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't make you a man. I still ride around listening to some of the same Screw, but you know.
Man, let me share something with you before I share. Now, first of all, let me say this here. All of y'all opinions, I'm glad y'all shared y'all opinions with me before I disclose mine. Some of y'all opinions lined up with what I thought of.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I can remember when I was a kid and my uncles, not all of them, well, you know, I think maybe two. They used to drink gin straight, the bumpy face bottle.
Man,
They used to
that's
drink-
what my old man used to do.
Yeah.
Gin.
They used to drink gin
Seagram's.
straight. Yep, Seagram's gin. Now, of course, I'm a little kid. I'm a kid. And, you know, uncles are irresponsible.
Yeah, they gonna
man.
offer you some liquor,
The uncles
beer,
are really
cigarettes,
irresponsible.
weed, everything.
So I can recall one of my uncles, God rest his soul, love him to death. He said, "Here, drink some of this to put some hair on your
Make
chest."
your man.
Yeah.
He said, "Put some hair on your
Yeah.
chest." He said, now I didn't know.
You thought he was gonna put some hair.
Yeah, I did. Because for some reason,
Yeah.
back in the 70s, in the early 80s, it seemed like all of the men had that
hairy
naked
chest.
taco meat on their chest.
They did.
Yeah,
I shaved mine off.
yeah. So
My bad.
What?
I shaved my taco meat off.
You shaved your taco meat.
That taco, I don't like that, man. It look like
You got taco meat.
Yeah, that's manly.
You got taco meat.
I
made you
shaved
a
that
man.
off. I shaved it off.
You shaved
man.
your taco?
Make you look like a pervert, man. I shaved that off.
He shaved his taco.
Yeah, my uncle was like, yeah, man.
Come on, Larry.
I heard it. He said, let me drink some of this and put some hair on your chest. And Slash, to your point, I really thought it was gonna put some hair on my chest.
Well, that's what they used to tell
and
us.
So when I hit it, it burned the hell out. It burned my throat and my chest.
Yeah. So you went to looking for the hair after that.
And before I get to my point, let me share this with you. So I actually drank it, right?
Yeah.
And my nickname when I was little, my uncles, I had two uncles that used to call me this. I had to be between the ages of maybe 7 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
They used to call me Killer.
Yeah.
And so back in the day, y'all know the Black Power sign where you hold up the fist.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
So my uncles, hit some of this, Killer is gonna put some hair on your chest.
Yeah.
And so I hit it, and I'm thinking some hair gonna be on my chest, but it was burning. And you tough, Killer? And I just threw up the Black Power sign. And so I threw up the black fist because I'm tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that just goes to show how different men view masculinity and a guy being a man.
Well, you said it earlier. In society, it changes daily, and those were one of the things back in those days that people looked at. Hey, it'll make you a man. You drink, you put some hair on your chest, make you a man. You a
man. Yep.
Yeah, and all it did was made us grow up too soon. You know what I'm saying? Which, where we come from, we had to grow up. It wasn't no being a kid forever.
No,
we had to grow up and be men
quick,
fast.
So here are 9 things that I listed that I thought are elements of being a man. And some of y'all said something. So one of the things I listed is a real man treat people with respect.
Right.
Even if you're not fond of that person.
Right.
That's
Number
true.
one.
Now y'all have heard me say a bunch of times, I don't care whether or not you respect me.
Right.
Just don't disrespect me.
Right.
Y'all have heard me say that before.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to treat you with respect.
Period.
Sometimes respect just means, man, let me get out your way.
Right.
Sometimes respect means, you know what, man? I see you upset. You got that. I don't want no trouble.
Right. Right.
So,
that's being a man.
Yeah. So in my
That's
opinion, a real man treat people with respect.
That's right.
Now, I also think that a real man honors his family and friends. Now, meaning, when I say honor his family and friends, meaning his circle. Whether his circle is big
Or small. Yeah.
Now, let me show you something. My circle over the years have extended a little bit. Meaning that there were people in my life that have always kind of been there in some smaller capacity, but now they have a bigger role in my life.
Right.
So it kind of extended. Case in point, K-Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. They've extended my circle. So I can honor my family as well as my friends.
Right. Right.
So in my opinion,
touche.
a real man can honor his family and friends.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Now, another thing I believe that a real man never leads a woman on. Meaning, just tell her what's up.
Just tell her the truth.
Just be honest.
Yeah.
And be upfront with her.
That's it.
You ain't got to lead her on. Let her make her choice
And
and
keep
her
it moving.
decision.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. But a real man don't have to lead a woman on. Just tell her what the business
That's
is.
it, man. Don't
Whatever
lie
that
to
may
him.
be.
You ain't gotta lie to him. You ain't got to lie to kick it.
So if he does lead her on, what does that make him?
Well, that's taking now. Again, I think I'm going to answer that. But again, I think that there are several elements that make up a real man, and you could take away one of those elements, and if he leading her on, but if you take away that element, I don't think that it doesn't make him less of a real man. But what I do believe is that in that area, is going to make him look a certain kind of way.
Yeah, because she's
Because
gonna
one of
lose a
those
little
elements
respect.
has been removed.
Yeah, because you're lying now.
You
Well,
understand what I'm saying?
What if he trying to GTD?
Get the draw.
Yeah.
That's again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
See,
You don't have to lie to do that,
I'm going
though.
to tell you what you've done, though. I'm going to tell you what that has done.
Yeah.
You've misled her. And a real man, in my opinion, don't really have to mislead the individual because now you've taken away her right
Right.
to actually make a sound decision.
Yep, makes sense.
You've taken her right away.
Yeah. You shouldn't be at our age. You shouldn't be lying to get
At
drugs
all.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, here's another thing. I believe that a real man works hard, but never chase a paycheck. Now, chasing a paycheck can lead to obsession with money, which can lead to neglect of important people
Right.
in your life.
Right. Exactly.
So if you chasing
Yeah.
that paycheck,
Yeah.
you're gonna end up neglecting some important people,
In your life,
important
yeah.
things in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a real man works hard, but he ain't chasing
Right.
that check. Now, for my listeners, y'all gotta let that sink in, man. Y'all gotta sink in.
That's a
let
good
that
one.
sink in.
Working all that damn overtime trying to
So-
chase that money.
Yeah. So
And missing out on time with your family.
Family.
I also believe that a real man never allows hobbies to be more important
Then family.
than marriage and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't allow your hobbies
Yeah.
to be more important
I think that is
than
important.
your marriage and your family.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see a lot of people play golf. I'm going to play golf. And they
Man, that subject, that's a whole show within itself right there.
Yep.
And so, and all that all it takes is to prioritize.
That's it.
Because you can get using golf, your golf analogy.
Yeah, 'cause that's 18 holes, that's at
Comedian
least.
96, using it as an analogy, right? You can, which is a hobby, you can spend time with your family, whether it be your wife or kids, and play golf all in the same day.
Same day.
You just got to know how to prioritize.
Prioritize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of doing 18 holes, do 9 holes.
You
Do
can
6
get it
holes.
all done in the same day.
And go, yeah.
But you never allow your hobbies to be more important than your family.
That's
Exactly.
true.
So I also believe that a real man is in control of himself. This is important because a real man know how to control his emotions. Now here's something that's extremely important, really, really important. A real man has conflict resolution skills.
Right.
If you don't have conflict resolution skills and you can't resolve conflict, you constantly gonna be in arguments and fighting or whatever. Even if you know you're right and you see that other individual over there that's hot-headed, don't want to listen, don't want to even hear your points, they can only hear themselves.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear your point. You still, as a real man, got to figure out how to resolve this conflict. And sometimes it may mean, let me back down and let me apologize too.
Right. Even if
you ain't wrong.
That's right.
Let me apologize too. Let me also extend my hand and say, you know what, hey bro, what just transpired, that ain't for me and you, man. I'm sorry. Whatever I play. We good, we cool, and you extend your hand.
You gotta say I'm sorry.
And let that individual be like, okay, I don't want to shake your hand, or you know what, man, I was tripping too, my bad, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Right.
Let's get to a resolution. Ain't no sense of getting to a calm place and you don't talk about it, because all that means is that it's not resolved.
Right.
You just at a calm place.
Yeah, and
you got to talk about it to get to the resolution.
Yeah, that's right.
Because eventually it'll come back up.
Yeah, because you keep it bottled inside.
It'll come back up. Now, I also believe that a real man finds strength in the Lord.
Oh yeah, that should be first.
Meaning that a real, this is no particular order.
Okay. You just going.
I'm just letting y'all know, as I thought of these things, and I really put some thought into this. What does it take, Freddie G? What do you have in you? Because keep in mind, these are my opinions, but these are all the things that are in me. This is how I walk around.
Okay.
This is how I walk around. For real.
I'm a.
Talk to me.
No.
Talk to me.
No.
I know.
You know where I was.
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
No, I'm not gonna do it, man.
No, I can tell you. You know what? I think I know where you're going, and let me help you.
No, you don't know where I'm going.
Well, let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me help you. You going to the misleading women, right?
No.
And I'm finna tell you. I'm finna tell you.
Where I was going.
Okay. Well, listen. We gonna talk. Hey, it's all good because I'm finna tell you. I'm finna tell you in regards to that. I think you can be upfront with a woman and let them know.
Yeah.
But yeah, throw it out there. Throw it out there.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you where I was going. I didn't want to do it. I was gonna let this one slide.
Yeah, go for it.
But when you said this is how I walk around with all of this in me,
hey, I get it. Hey, so you know what? You know what? I gotta sit in there.
Is it that 17?
Hey, listen. I gotta sit in there, and for my listeners, that is an inside joke that y'all hear us. If y'all faithful listeners, y'all hear us.
y'all know we joke all the time.
all the time.
on some gay stuff at times. Not that we're gay.
Gay, none of us.
Not gay.
Not at all.
Because comedian 96, he keeps stuff in his mouth.
Well, you keep 17 and you're in you.
And slash, you was trying to give me a pass.
I was, man.
But I brought that on.
tried to get you a pass,
I brought that on. Hey, but look,
I said, I don't want to go there, man. I don't want to.
Yeah, you know what? And I can respect that.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to get you.
See, I tried, man.
Hey, no, but for real though, I believe that a real man can actually find strength in the Lord. They pray to God in good times and in bad times.
Oh, even when you're doing good,
Yes,
you
gotta pray even more when you're doing good.
Bad time. And I also believe that a real man can celebrate success of others.
Oh, you're supposed to.
You better.
Because if you don't, you're a hater.
You're a hater.
You're a hater.
Exactly.
You're a hater.
Yeah.
And so, one more here before I close. I believe that a real man is just as honest when no one is around, when the world is watching.
Yeah.
So if ain't nobody around, he's honest with himself.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
when the world is watching, he's honest with himself. Now let me give you an example of that. Now I always tell people that I am a self-proclaimed recovering alcoholic. I always say that. I've never been in no 12-step program now, but I used to love to get my drink on, right? I always tell people that. I'm a self-proclaimed recovering alcoholic. Well, I've been alcohol free for almost 25 years, so 24 years and some change, right?
That's what's up.
And so somebody asked me before, hey man, you don't have the desire to drink
No, I don't.
when you're around
No, I
people
don't.
that's drinking and indulging. I told them, I say, man, when I first started on my journey, about the first 2 years, you know, I wanted to grab a drink because people was offering me drinks. Hey man, you want something to drink? You want something to drink? You want something to drink? And I'd be like, nah, give me a Dr. Pepper. And then after a
I
while,
remember that.
I would leave, but now by myself. And now I finna stop at the store.
You wasn't buying no beer.
Check it out. I got a choice though, cause ain't nobody looking.
Ain't nobody looking.
Am I gonna be real with myself? Like I'm real with the world?
Right.
Trying to show?
Right.
I gotta walk past the beer to get to the Dr. Pepper.
You sure do. And you got to walk back by the beer once you got
Exactly.
that Dr. Pepper.
So I would do that. You know what now? But I've had talks with myself, man, ain't nobody looking, shit. Ain't nobody gonna know.
Yeah.
But now,
But that's not helping you either.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I hadn't had a drink in almost 25 years.
Man,
24 years and some change.
I tell you, that is awesome, bro.
That is.
Because I wish, and I've never been alcoholic. Now I do drink every so often, but in my later years now, it's less of it.
Way less.
You know what I'm saying? It's not enticing to think, oh, I'm finna go get drunk.
Yeah.
I don't care. I could care less about that.
I used
You
to
know
have
what
a
I'm saying?
liquor bar, and I'd be refilling it every week.
Yeah. I don't even buy liquor.
I don't even buy liquor
Here's
like
the thing.
that.
Now, I use that as an example, right? But on the flip side, there's people like that with weed.
Yeah.
There's people like that with other types of drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's people that will smoke their life away, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
They'll smoke, fall asleep, and forget to do what they supposed to be doing.
Ain't done nothing.
And they ain't did, and slept the whole damn day. Was supposed to cut the yard. Or supposed to go to the store.
Yeah.
And so, not knocking on nobody. no, seriously, not knocking. I use me as an example, but it's anything. So in other words, the point I'm trying to make is that a real man, what you doing in the public, you need to be able to do that when you by yourself, too.
That's true.
A real man can do that. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, let me bring this to a close, man. And I want to share a story. It's a true story. There was a person in my life who I loved dearly. Her son passed away in prison. I went to the funeral. And his father shared a story about him. Now I'm paraphrasing the story, but he said he wasn't in his son's life growing up. So when he went to prison, meaning his father, he was told that his son was on the same compound. So he walked over and went to his son's cell. And he didn't know the reaction that he was going to get from his son, who he hadn't seen in years. Years. He didn't know the reaction that he was going to get from his son. So he told his son that he had gave his life to Christ and he had changed, and he apologized to his son for not being in his life. And he asked his son for forgiveness. Now, his son forgave him. And pretty much he said, Dad, we good, man. We may can't get that time back. Right. And I'm paraphrasing. We may can't get that time back, but we can start right now. Mm-hmm. Now they both behind bars. Mm-hmm. And he talking to his son through bars, but they both in prison. Yeah. And his son was like, Dad, I forgive you. It's all good, man. We can start right now. We can bond and start right now. Mm-hmm. So he was able to patch things up with his son before his son died. Now, I said earlier that there are several things that I think makes up a trait of a real man. Well, it takes a real man to apologize. And it takes a real man to accept an apology. So, rest in peace to my nephew, Jarvis Carter. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.